Now at 5, wrapping up the legislative session. We've been tracking Bill's progress for weeks. Find out what policies could soon become Utah law. Plus,
he left a mom, a brother, and a dad, and another little brother that they love him. They will look up to him.
A killer or killers on the loose. Gun violence strikes against a young victim. Hear from the mom who lost her teenage son. And
this is one of those unfortunate cases that we hate to see happen.
Sexual abuse in West Jordan High School. A teacher behind bars tonight. The allegations from one of his students.
Live from Utah's first TV station, ABC4 News celebrates 75 years.
Good evening, I'm Glenn Mills. Emily Flores has the evening off. Thanks so much for joining us. It is the last day of the Utah legislative session. As lawmakers wrap up their final votes and debates, it's clear this session has been a busy one. We're looking back at some of the most controversial bills to go through the legislature. ABC4's Kade Garner joining us live on Utah's Capitol Hill tonight. Kade, this is something we've been following for weeks now. Talk to us about some of these policies that could soon become law.
Yeah, Glenn, well, from medical care to the Great Salt Lake to a new state flag, every Utahn is likely to be touched and affected in some way, shape, or form by all the newly passed bills. One bill that was met with controversy was House Bill 215. It allows parents to use a voucher worth $8,000 towards their child's education for things like private or homeschooling. It also provides teachers with a raise up to $6,000. But many organizations, like Utah Education Association, opposed it.
We were asked to compromise our values, and we have a long-standing opposition to vouchers.
Along with SB 215, the governor has already signed Senate Bill 16 into law, banning transgender medical care for minors.
I'll say from my heart and the heart of everybody I know here on the Hill, whether they agree with this bill or not, compassion and love are at the base of all of this.
Essentially, kids and teens under the age of 18 will not be able to have gender-affirming surgery, but they will have access to hormone treatments if they are diagnosed with gender dysphoria. The transgender community expressed their strong disapproval for this bill.
It's going to increase demand for telehealth services. It's going to increase demand for out-of-state care, but it's not going to change who these kids are.
House Bill 467 also passed. Under this bill, the state would stop issuing licenses to abortion clinics in May, and those clinics would be prohibited starting in January. It's an effort to move this type of health care to hospitals.
The ACLU of Utah will always view health care as a fundamental right. The right to bodily autonomy is a deeply held and long recognized human and civil right.
The bill also puts more limits on victims of rape or incest. If the governor signs, they will only be able to get an abortion up to 18 weeks of pregnancy. And another bill that just passed creates a Great Salt Lake commissioner who will oversee all the agencies working on the lake, as well as the Great Salt Lake Trust. Over the last few weeks, conservationists and scientists have been saying lawmakers are not doing enough.
If you look at the salt lakes that have been destroyed around the world, what we call success is usually a slowing of the decline. No one has succeeded in turning this around. So that's a big threat to our community. It's also an opportunity for us to be pioneers and demonstrate to the world how we can come together and solve this in a collaborative Utah way.
Now, another bill that's headed to the governor's office makes this the new state flag. And you might be surprised how much controversy this little guy riled up this session. Reporting live from Salt Lake City, Kade Garner, ABC4 News.
Yeah, that was definitely a contentious one. Thanks so much, Kade. Appreciate that. A bill heading to the governor's desk would make it open season on mountain lions all year long. The bill drumming up serious concern and pleas from conservation groups. House Bill 469 allows hunters to trap and kill cougars 365 days a year. All they need to do that is a license. One lawmaker who voted the bill through, Senator Nate Bluen, taking to social media claiming the amendments related to cougars, quote, slipped through. Advocates begging members of the public to call Governor Cox and ask him to veto. Wrapping up the 2023 general legislative session, we'll be talking live with Governor Spencer Cox to get his reaction about the bills that passed and failed. That's coming up tonight on ABC4 News at 10. In Draper City, officials saying they found a number of illegal traps at Jordan River Rotary Park. One of the steel jaw traps caught a fox. It then attacked an off-leash dog while its foot was stuck, leaving the dog severely injured. When officials responded to the scene, they found a second untriggered trap set nearby. Time now for a first look at the weather forecast. Chief Meteorologist Alana Brophy standing by. We made it to the weekend, and Alana, today it was really trying to snow at my house in Draper, but just a little bit.
Just a few flurries, Glenn. We're going to say sine die to this week, but not the active pattern, because we do have storms that are going to take aim and impact us as we make it through the weekend. I have to show you this beautiful shot coming off of Antelope Island. Check out all the bison, and this was in between those snow showers that came through. Big shout out to Alyssa Connolly for sending this our way. Absolutely stunning there. Blue sky and some sunshine peeking out after this weak storm came through and brought just a few areas of snow showers. That includes off the Great Salt Lake at this hour. You can see the radar sweeping the area, so we do have a few pockets of snow showers still in Cache Valley and then further south in Utah County. You could watch as those kind of move towards Tooele as we get through the next couple of hours, so a heads up there. We're not totally finished, but overall quieting down. In the southern portion of the state, it was all about sunshine. Dry conditions down there in St. George, 53 degrees. That is just a pretty shot, but still below average this time of year for St. George. Temperatures along the Wasatch Front sitting in the 30s, below freezing in Cache Valley, 30s for the Wasatch Front. And again, those low 50s down south. High pressure now moving in and wants to set up shop. That's going to quiet things down as we head into the overnight. We've got that cold northwesterly flow, but we don't stay quiet. No, not even close, because we've got brand new winter alerts posted for the northern portion of the state. I'm going to tell you about the next two winter storms. They will impact a portion of your weekend. I'll tell you how coming up in my full forecast in just a few moments. Glenn, back to you.
All right, winter is not over just yet. Thanks so much, Alana. Appreciate that. In West Valley City, we now know the name of a 15-year-old boy found shot to death inside of a crashed car. Family telling us it was their son and brother, 15-year-old Francisco Jesus Cuenca. Police say around midnight they got calls of shots fired. This was near 1300 West and Caesar Circle. They say when they arrived, they found bullet casings and a car crashed into a brick fence. Cuenca was inside. We spoke to his family at the scene today. They say it's just been devastating.
My son was my everything. He was a boy that would message me every night and every morning, told me good night, Mom, and good morning. He was an amazing kid.
Police still investigating and looking for the killer or killers. They ask anyone with any information that may help out here to give them a call. New information from Farmington Police tonight after officers shot and killed 25-year-old Chase Allen. Police now say Allen had a gun when they pulled him over for driving without a license plate. This was on Wednesday. And when Allen would not cooperate with their requests, officers attempted to remove him. One cop yelled out that they saw a gun and police fired. Police did not say if Allen fired his weapon. This morning, we learned Allen's mother has an ongoing lawsuit against the department over a traffic stop. In it, she claims she's a sovereign citizen, meaning certain laws do not apply to her. Also in Davis County, a Woods Cross officer now accused of assault. 33-year-old Austin Strong, the department's handler for Canine Loki, arrested for a domestic violence incident. Syracuse police responding to calls Saturday that Strong allegedly choked a woman and then threw her on the floor. Now, in an interview, the officer saying he did not remember putting his hands on her.
Ultimately, this is an unfortunate case, and our hearts go out to all those that are involved.
West Jordan police speaking out after putting a teacher behind bars. He's accused of sexually abusing a student. 32-year-old Matthew Jason Rookert accused of sexually abusing a 16-year-old. The Jordan School District confirming they have now fired him from West Jordan High School as he faces charges including rape, sodomy, and obstruction of justice. The student who reported the abuse saying Rookert made her delete all their communication off her phone when the school first put him on leave. Police releasing little information, but a call to action for parents and teachers.
We're dealing with young adults here. We're dealing with young adults who also need to be taught and need to police themselves with setting up boundaries and establishing those boundaries, what's okay and what's not okay.
The department does say this case only came to their attention recently, but the abuse started in November of last year and was extensive and allegedly happened mostly in his classroom. Meantime, Rookert is facing 17 counts, and it remains unclear if there were other victims. Still ahead, new concerns for the future of Social Security in our nation's capital. Why leaders are worried the fund will soon dry up.
And there's that look at eastern Utah, that live view. How pretty. The red rock just reflected in the Colorado River. Mid-40s on the eastern side of the state, running below average statewide. This colder air, it's going to stick around. I'll explain why coming up in Utah's most accurate forecast.